Hello friends! It is no secret that I love reading. I so appreciate a good book. Time spent reading is never time wasted in my opinion. And also, one of my top 10 most enjoyable things in life is spending time at a bookstore. There's just a special kind of magic in the experience of walking down row after row of books surrounded by your favorite characters or new to you characters. I mean, you can time travel, you can visit made-up worlds, you can know and deeply understand a life experience totally different from your own, all in reading. And though reading is a solitary thing, if you find someone who's read and enjoyed a book that you love, you instantly have a connection. And I think it's that sort of connection that's brought so many of you guys here. This channel is about so much more than reading, but I'd say most of us share a love for books. And recently, I read the book Welcome to the Hyunamdong Bookshop by Hwang Bo-ryum, and this book totally took me by surprise because it introduced me to a new to me concept, and it's that bookstores are almost their own beings. Like, they have their own unique personalities, and this comes from the people who work in them or the people that regularly visit them, the patrons, and also, of course, the books within them. There are just stories upon stories upon stories in bookstores. I realize that is a really obvious statement, but I mean it both literally and philosophically. Metaphorically, that's the word I was looking for. So yes, I've become recently fascinated by bookstores. I've always loved and enjoyed them, but now there's this whole new layer to the enjoyment of them. And I happen to live in a city filled with bookstores. And there's one that I've been to quite a lot, but I've realized that there are so many that I don't know about or that I've never visited, and I'd like to change that. So we are going to go visit 3 new bookstores today, or rather 3 bookstores that I've not spent much time at before. But there's a twist. I have reached out to these bookstores ahead of time and requested permission to film in them and also interview someone in the bookstore, which is like so far outside my comfort zone. So please forgive any awkwardness on account of nerves, because I'm actually so nervous to go do this. But bookstores are about the books and the people who run them. And I just have so much appreciation and gratitude for these people who have opened these bookstores, because like I said, it's one of my top 10 favorite things in life to do, to go enjoy a bookstore. So yes, we are going to go visit 3 stores and not only peruse the books, but get a little behind the scenes feel of the people behind these bookstores. Woohoo! I'm excited, I'm nervous, I also deeply crave community, and hopefully this leads to some new friends. So, if this sounds good to you, go ahead and make yourselves a heartwarming cup of tea, grab your coziest of comfy blankets, and let's go browse some books. My first stop is a little bookstore called Annie Bloom's Books. It's in Southwest Portland in a place called Multnomah Village, which is so adorable. There's all sorts of shops and restaurants here, and I have been to Annie Bloom's before, and I think they have the best window display. Annie Bloom's, established in October, that's this month, 1978. Incredible. Pumpkin patch. You pick. It's all orange books made to look like pumpkins. I'm very curious, which books would you pick? We got a cookbook, looks like a romance, YA, some literature. Wow, I've not read any of these books.
I mean, if I'm honest, I would totally go for the pumpkin spice and everything nice, or the big vegan cookbook. Look at how fun it is! A witch skeleton? Very spooky themed. I love it. They have a story time! First Tuesday of every month, 10:30 to 11 a.m. Shall we enter? So good. Positively brimming with bookshelves. The best kind of bookstore. Staff favorites are the best way to get to know the personality of a bookstore, and I've not read any of these except for Matt Haig's Midnight Library. So many new to me books. This looks fun. The Blonde Identity. A swooning spy rom-com full of banter and action and danger. Absolutely made for me. Joanna. This book has a slew of recommendations. I really enjoyed this as an Arthurian retelling. So good. It looks like Annie Bloom's has literally everything that you could ask for in a bookstore. So, how about we ask an employee for a recommendation? This is Joanna. She is Annie Bloom's Book's social media coordinator, and she so kindly agreed to give me a book recommendation. So we're currently walking into the fiction section.
Sci-fi fantasy.
Sci-fi fantasy.
So, this is one of my favorites, Paladin's Grace by T. Kingfisher. You might know her from some of her bigger books like Nettle and Bone, or more recently, A Sorceress Comes to Call. She does fantasy, she does horror. This is a fantasy romance, and it's actual romance, happily ever after. But it does still have her like mystery and horror components in it as well. And so this is a series following 7 different paladins of a now dead god who are searching for meaning and purpose, and in doing so find like love stories along the way. And it's just incredibly unique, weirdly cozy for the like horror elements that are definitely there. But it's just a completely unique series from a tiny publisher from a great author. So,
oh, wow.
Paladin's Grace.
It sounds perfect, especially for this time of year.
Yes.
And I've not read her before, so.
Yeah, she's wonderful.
Ooh, I definitely want a copy.
Yeah. Nice.
I love this. Oh my gosh, they're so creepy. I spy a goose, a sad goose, a frog. Oh, dearly departed brother Dave, he chased a bear into a cave. R.I.P. Dave. Personal fave. Can I have this sweater, please? My next stop is called Spoke and Words Books, and I must say I'm really excited about this one because I've never been. This is an entirely new to me bookstore that I did not know existed until last week. Here we are, Spoken Word Books. I love the blue exterior. Hello. Thank you. I feel immediately calm upon stepping in to Spoken Word Books. we have the stuffed pigs. Okay, Amy is my girl. I've read Get a Life, Chloe Brown, and The Secret History by Donna Tartt, but I've not read any of the other books. I've heard this is amazing, and I'm tempted to pick it up. Well, I have picked it up. I'm tempted to buy it. I recently read and loved What the River Knows by Isabel Ibáñez, and the second book is coming out, I believe, next month, or perhaps the beginning of next year, but I'm so excited to read the next book in the series. This book series or trilogy actually takes place in Portland, and I read it when I first moved here and I loved it. This is a series I've not read but feel that I really should because I see it everywhere and it's so highly recommended. For my ladies out there, this is good. I love that they're now painting the pages of books. Very, very into the aesthetic. A Song to Drown Rivers by Anne Liang. Ooh, beautiful cover pages. It looks like they have a book club. This is Gere, and they've agreed to give me a book recommendation.
So, one that I've really enjoyed recently is Everything We Never Had. Easy, my top 3 of the year. It follows the lives of 4 generations of Filipino men, and about like how the decisions of each man like affected the lives after them.
Oh, yeah.
And especially as someone who also is an immigrant, it really just painted a really good picture of how even just the little things can affect the people that come after us, but even in good and bad ways, even no matter what our intentions were. It's so good. It's heartfelt. It's YA, but I think anybody can read it. Truly.
Amazing. Yeah, I love a good YA book that kind of transcends the age.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that sounds absolutely amazing. And I would love to get it.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, please do. Yeah.
Hello, we are now in my car. You might be able to hear the pitter-patter of rain on the windshield because it's started raining, which is quintessential cozy bookstore weather, and the fact that it's fall and the leaves are changing. I'm having such a good time, and I hope that you are too watching this. I've just left Spoke and Word Books, and that bookstore felt like a hug. Up books! Beautiful. Hello.
Oh, nice to meet you.
You too. This is Michelle. She actually owns Up Books, and I've asked her for a book recommendation.
I would love to recommend
Here.
Madwoman by Chelsea Beaker. Very excited about this book. It takes place in Portland. Chelsea's an amazing writer, and it's about a woman who has hidden her past from her husband, and it all comes creeping up, and how she handles that. And it's just a thrilling book that you won't be able to put down. We're also doing a book club around it,
Ooh.
which takes place on October 27th at 4.
Okay.
And after the book club, we're going to meet for an hour. Chelsea's going to be here with Genevieve Hudson, another fantastic Portland writer.
Oh, they're coming here.
They're going to come here, and all proceeds from the sales from the event, Chelsea Beaker with Genevieve Hudson Goes to Raphael House. And they've been around in Portland for many, many years. And they are an organization that supports survivors of domestic violence.
Oh, incredible. It's very needed. You have a lovely store.
Thank you. Right here we have some Portland poets.
Ooh, Portland poets.
A lot of these that are in front are books that we've just received or gotten in recently. Our poetry section's right here.
Yeah.
And as you can tell, all of these are facing out because I find that poetry gets lost. You know, they're thin.
Yes.
And they're so beautiful, and there's so many fantastic poets in Portland.
I agree.
Also, small books, which I absolutely love. Picture Frame Press. This is a fantastic book of poetry about grief. And just honest and big-hearted. And Alex Bear, she also has a collection of short stories that are fantastic. Amazing local writer.
There's so much Portland in your store, and I really, really like that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And then we come into fiction.
Lovely. All of the books with the pink dots are used.
Yes. And then every book with a gold dot means that the writer's from Oregon or lives in Oregon.
Oh, there's lots of gold dots.
And then we also have some small artwork that was done by my dad. He's an artist, Lost McGraw, and they're typewriters.
Oh, those are by your dad?
Uh-huh.
Oh, I like the colors.
And did you see our children's nook?
Yes, I did, and I really love this feature, especially the arched door and the moss in the ceiling.
Thank you.
With the wallpaper. It's just so thoughtful.
And then we have a workshop space back here.
I've not seen this.
And people use it for book clubs, for writing workshops. We've had like kokedama workshops, and it's also used during events, people for food and stuff like that.
Great.
Hello again. I am home. Monsieur Roux is here. He could care less about what I'm doing right now. I have a new cup of tea. This is peppermint. It always relaxes me. Instantly. Oh, just instant relaxation. I'm not sure how to end this video other than to say that I am amazed by small bookstore owners and employees. There is so much that goes into running a bookstore. So much attention to detail, so much care, so much thought, like in the form of book recommendations, but also like store layout, community. Yeah, I have an even deeper appreciation for my local bookstores. And I've come home with 3 new books entirely blindly bought based on the recommendations I was given. So that being said, I'm not recommending these books. I've not read them yet, and I don't know if I like them, but I decided to buy them just because I wanted to know, I don't know, the personality and feel of these bookstores that I visited and the people who run them. So I've come home with Paladin's Grace by T. Kingfisher, Everything We Never Had by Randy Rebay, and Mad Woman by Chelsea Beaker. Thank you, Annie Bloom's Books. Thank you, Spoken Word Books, and thank you, Up Up Books. You were wonderful to explore, and so kind and brave to talk to me on camera. I know that's not easy. I really know. And thank you, viewer, fellow reader, fellow book enthusiast. Thank you for being here. Your time and your attention are gifts that I do not take lightly. None of this would exist without you, and it is so special to me to get to connect with you through a love of reading. So again, thank you for being here. If you get the chance, please pay your local bookstore a visit. I have linked the websites of the bookstores that I visited today down below, and if you fancy some holiday online shopping and would like to purchase directly from these bookstores, there are the links. Happy reading, I love you, and I will see you again soon.